Good morning and welcome to Rants, Ramblings, and Reflections with Andrew. I'm glad you're here, and this morning I'm driving to work again. I thought I'd pop on here. It's a Monday morning and make a quick video. Saturday we spoke about being real, being authentic, and this morning kind of want to build on that theme of authenticity. And God had given me some time back a little insight into President Trump. And I wanted to kind of maybe bring a little bit of that out. Just in a nutshell, I see that Trump has a gift, something that he carries with him, and that is the idea that he can bring a person that's hiding, or a person that doesn't know who they are. He has a gift to bring that out of a person. He can make you either be, well, he doesn't make it, he reflects it. The gift that he carries is a mirror, by the way, a mirror. You know how you look into a mirror and you see what's reflecting back on you? That's your outer exterior, your body. It's not the real you in the mirror, but it's a reflection of what the mirror sees. Trump carries that with him in the sense that everybody he meets, everywhere he goes, a mirror is put before the person. And those individuals that come into contact with President Trump, they have to look into the mirror. And as they do that, they see themselves reflected back. They see what is outside the mirror reflecting back. Now, from that point on, those individuals have a choice. They have a choice to walk in truth or walk in something else. That is what Trump carries with him. That's why you see everywhere Trump goes, no matter what Trump says or does, it gets blown up. The number one search on the internet today is Trump. Everybody is searching for Trump news. Everybody is searching to know about Trump. Everybody wants to take a look into the mirror and see themselves. Now, that has to do with authenticity, because President Trump has come into contact with people along his journey, and those people look into the mirror. No, it's not really there, but they have to look back at themselves. It's just a reality that happens. They have to do that. He's come into contact with quite a few people that look into that mirror. They see themselves and they see him. They see him on the other side of the mirror. Let me tell you, I'm not saying Trump is perfect. I don't know him. I've never met him in person. And before you can talk about somebody in a matter that you know them, you have to meet them. Okay, I know about Trump. I know about what I read. But more than that, I know what Trump did when he was in office. So I can see the results of his actions. And it don't matter what people tell me about Trump. I can see the results of what the man has done. I can look back at his lifestyle over many, many years, and I can hear his testimony of how he talks about what he has accomplished and how he has accomplished that. So with all of those things in mind, I don't know President Trump, but I know about him. And I feel confident that with that in mind, Trump represents, I'm not saying he is truth, I'm not saying he is perfect, I'm not saying that he is righteous. If you don't like him, that's between you and him. That's between you and God. That's between you and your country. You have to look into the mirror and see who you are. When I see Trump, when he's holding up that mirror, I see that he stands in the place of truth. And when it comes to the people on the other side of the mirror looking in, the other politicians who are on the other side, they stand for untruth, unrighteousness. You have to look at those people and say, what is important to you? What is it that this person promotes? What is it that this person promotes to move ahead? What is this person promoting? Is it in line with what God, with the truth and righteousness? Or does it have another message? That is the only way that I can move forward inside of me and outside of me and make an honest decision in this upcoming election for this country, for America. As an American citizen, I have a right to vote. As an American citizen, I have served my country in the military. In fact, 8 years of service. 4 of those years broken up with 3.5 years being active service. Another year on top of that of inactive service, and another year on top of that of being active reserves, where I drove once a month to my unit, and it was every other week, check in and drill. And I did that for a year as a reservist. So I have 4.5 years of service active. 3.5 is being active overseas, and another year of being in the reserves. On top of that, my enlistment period, as it is for all Americans, you have 8 years. So I did not receive my discharge, my document, until the full 8 years were up. Now, that gives me 8 years of active and inactive service to the country. So I think I have a right, based on that, to speak my opinion. Now, my opinion may not matter to you, and that's okay. But I have a right, as an American, to speak my opinion and to say how I feel about things. And I feel that Americans need to vote this year more than ever before. You cannot sit at home and be authentic and be real and talk about your country and have an opinion if you're not going to use your abilities and the rights that have been afforded to you, to your forefathers, and stand up and vote. Now, with that said and done, okay, make it clear that when I go to the polls, unless something changes, and I don't believe they're going to, as far as President Trump goes, when I go to the polls this year, I will be voting for President Trump. And that is because I see him as a representative of truth. I believe he's the most authentic person that is running for office this year. And let me tell you something. I'm not going down party lines. I don't believe that President Trump represents the Republicans. Okay? Yes, he's running on a Republican ticket. I know that's what the people just want us to feel, that he's the representation of the Republican Party, and while he is that, Trump has received opposition from within his own party. There are plenty of Republicans that I am not in agreement with. And the same with the other side. Everybody must look into the mirror and decide if they are going to stand for truth or untruth, stand for righteousness or unrighteousness, if you're going to stand for life or death. I watch the commercials, I watch all of these things so much that I get tired of it and I just turn it off. I don't want to see anymore. I have already decided that I'm going to stand for life and not death. When you talk to me about your number one concern, and that is what you want to call women's rights, and you want to fight for the rights of women, then if that was true in the overall sense of morality and goodness and righteousness, then you are also fighting for the life of a child. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about that. When you stand up and you tell me that your number one issue that you speak about when you rise up and go before the camera, your number one issue for the last 4 years, last 3.5 years, has been women's rights, that's to hide the fact that your number one issue is the killing of the unborn child. That's a baby. Make no doubt about what a baby is. A baby represents life, and a child needs somebody to speak for it. Life or death. That's the only thing that matters. And this year I will speak for the child and I will vote for Trump. I cannot vote for the person on the other side that speaks about women's rights. Let me tell you, I come from a rich line, my heritage, of people that have fought for the rights of people, of all peoples. Now, some of those people in my line, on my mother's side of the family, are very famous. My mother's last name is Anthony. And in her line is Susan B. Anthony. And let me tell you something. Susan B. Anthony is a distant cousin of mine, but nonetheless, it's the same family, the same blood, the same everything, the same idea. She would not be fighting today for the same women's rights that are being propagated and pushed forward by many in both parties. It's just not going to happen because she stood for life first and forefront. She stood for life. And that life, my friends, is what is being hidden. It is not being spoken about. That life is the life of an innocent child. Mothers, standing for righteousness, fight for the child. Fathers, fight for the life of the child. You cannot be in agreement with death and be right with God. It's impossible. Impossible. Jesus come to give you life and to give you life more abundantly. I am not standing behind a pulpit and preaching. I am sharing with you my idea. I'm sharing with you my thoughts. I'm sharing with you my belief, my faith in a sense. And I have a right to do that. And I will do it. You have a right to disagree with me. But then again, I look into that mirror. And let me tell you, that mirror is a reflection of another mirror. Every time you open up the Bible, and I pray you do open up the Bible. I pray you take the Bible and you read it. You look into it. And you allow the words of the Bible to give you life, to bring life into you, at least to help you so that you can grow in your faith. Because when I was a little boy, I used to hear them saying in the church that if you don't stand for something, you will fall for nothing. You will fall for everything. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for everything. And in this day and age, we need to stand. We need to stand like a rock and say enough is enough. We're not going to allow you to take away any more from us as Americans. We're not going to allow you to take away any more of our rights that we have earned, that our forefathers have fought for, and we're going to stop laying it down. We want those rights back. Some people have been brainwashed into thinking that Trump and people that support him are ignorant, backwards people that don't know anything. They don't want you to know that when Trump says make America great again, he's talking about our faith, our liberties that are being stripped away from us, taken away from you. Be authentic. Be real. But allow that authenticity to flow to you through life. Life from above. Life from God. When you look into the mirror, when you look at Trump, you have to decide, is everything I've heard about him right or wrong? And if you take an honest look at Trump, you will see that he stands for truth. And those that stand against him are standing against they're standing for taking away your freedom. They're standing for taking away what has been given to you. And if you're going to stand there and say, here it is, take it, you're giving yourself over to a mindset that is not based in reality. Now that is the truth. And I hope you can understand it and receive it. And receive it in love this morning. Because I love this country, I love you, and I love sharing the truth. It's not easy to speak about some things when everybody and the majority of people, it seems, they're not the majority, but they want to project that upon you that they are the righteous majority, and they're not. Just because they have the money and the voice and everything out there that they think they are the right ones. They know they are not the right ones. They know they just share half-truths. They know they're speaking things that are not true. They know they're giving you the falsehoods. But they do it in such a way to make you feel that they care about you, that they're going to give you something. But they are not going to give you something. They are speaking falsehoods. They are speaking lies. And I say that this morning in love, and I hope you can receive it. Thanks for tuning in and watching this channel and hearing my rants and my rambles and listening to me in my reflections. God bless you and have a great day. Bye.